Hey folks, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request for Vonte. Thank you so much for that. Not only thank you for the request, but thank you for your patience, Vonte. I really appreciate it. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, video game playthrough, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it. PayPal is the best way to do it. Do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And this is for the next 365 days, which I hope is the last 365 days movie. So far it is. Because if there is a candidate for the most useless fucking trilogy of all time, this would be a top-notch candidate for it. I don't care what books. I don't care if they're hooked on phonics books. I don't care if they're books for who. I don't care if they're slut mags. I don't care what books they're based on. They're shit books. I can't imagine the source material worth an iota of fuck to have spawned these three movies. Now, for those who don't remember, boys and girls, the first film was about some lady who was supposedly someone who was smart, Lara, and then this guy Massimo, who is part of this mafia. He likes her, kidnaps her, and says, if I can't convince you and seduce you in 365 days, I'll let you go. Because, you know, if you have a guy who is so much of a creep, asshole, piece of shit to kidnap a woman and keep her for a year, you also gotta know that he will at least tell the truth. And somehow this lady falls in love with the guy, and they have a bunch of sex scenes, which I've seen better on Skinamax back in the day. For those who remember the days of Skinamax, aka Cinemax. And a terrible soundtrack, terrible music, a montage here and there. Then they get married, then they get bored, she's pregnant, and then it ends on a cliffhanger where her car get run off the road. Second film. No, well, it did, but she's alive, but the baby's dead. A bunch of montages, a bunch of sex scenes, a bunch of montages, and a bunch of more montages than Rocky 4 and Rocky 3 and Rocky 2 combined. More montages in that one movie than those three films combined. Oh, she thinks she sees her husband cheating on her. Then she meets the gardener, whatever, Nacho, not Libre. Goes with him, he seduces her, then kind of find out he's working for another mafioso family, but he's fallen in love with her. And her husband didn't cheat on her, it was an evil twin brother. Then at the end, Nacho, not Libre, and Massimo get together and try to find Lara Knockcroft, and there's this evil bitch, and there's the evil twin, and there's a shootout, and the bad guys, girls, whatever, die. Laura gets shot, but of course she's fine, perfectly fine, everything's fine, nothing bad, you know, no after effects of getting shot. All that happens in this movie is Massimo visits the grave of his evil twin. Was that right? Sounds like a shitty fucking soap opera. As the turd turns, guiding bite this. The young and the dickless. Might as well have any of those other titles. There's some talk about the war between our families will be bloody, but you never see the war. There is no bloody bit of business. All that fucking happens, All that happens for like 2 hours is Laura visits her friend Olga. Massimo wants sex, she doesn't. Then they have sex on the table. Then they go to a club and she decides to do a stripper pole dance. And they have sex on the sofa. Not hygienic. Montages of eating dinner out. Montages of eating her out. Montages I did watch on the pole dancer. Montages of this and that. Friction in the marriage. Our baby died because of your enemies. Bitch, this guy kidnapped you and said, fall in love with me and fuck me within a year, or, hey, if you don't, I'll let you go, I promise. And yet you wonder, bad things happen? From a guy that kidnapped me to a castle. Which is funny, they lived in a castle, now they live in some fucking apartment that they got from Sex in the City. But now she thinks of Nacho Not Libre and his 8-pack abs. And montages of her career and in fashion and getting drunk montage. She imagines having sex with Nacho Not Libre in a fucking, like, what, teepee? It looked like a fucking giant teepee with some weird blue lights around. Like the circus fuck Ole of Navajo. I don't know. She's a hoe. They're all hoes. She meets with Nacho, and what's ironic is that the thing she complained about her husband doing, cheating on her, she's now doing the same thing, but it's okay for her to do it, I guess, because she's a woman. Granted, the guy is a piece of shit, son of a mafioso, running mafioso. What the fuck? He kidnapped you and had you locked up. Oh, none of it makes fucking sense. This must be for like lonely women in their 60s that has more crinkles than a bad laundry experiment. More wrinkles than crappy french fries. And needs to diddle their dusty twats watching these movies. Alone with some frozen yogurt and a popsicle that's not meant for eating. It'll go to an opening but not the mouth. That's what this is for. Lonely midwife twats. That if they sneeze, dust comes out and not out of their mouth, but lower. That's the only thing I can see is the fucking audience for this shit. So even though she complained about her husband doing it, which he didn't do it, she's doing the same thing. Imagine sex with Nacho. Having sex with the guy, but the guy, Massimo could tell she's not really into it. Meets with Nacho. Goes out with him. Your body's worse liar than you. Yeah, her fucking pussy tells the truth more than her. So it was really the other way around, dude. You got it all fucked up and twisted. It's her body that's the problem that wants the sex. It's her mind that's the issue. Her body's telling the truth. Her fucking mind and mouth are the one lying. So I just say that that's part of her body. So it just depends which part you talk about, Nacho Not Libre. So eventually she has sex with him. Or she'll dream of a threesome and the two guys making out. Which, I guess I can't really blame in fact of... If I have a imaginary threesome, I would think of two women making out. But I'm a guy. I don't want to see two guys making out. I know. That's just how it is with me. Again, I don't think this is meant for men. Is this really meant for women? I'd love to see how women think of this. Is this what you want? More montages, more cycle through the woods, dinner with parents, Nacho Not Libre being a chauffeur. Massimo, he's like, oh yeah, where's she at? Oh, she doing this. Oh, she doing that. Until ultimately Massimo tossed to her on a beach, and he's like, I'm sorry I controlled you. Why are you sorry? I mean, you should be sorry, but I don't buy you coming to this conclusion. You're a guy who didn't kidnap the woman that you wanted to force to love you within 1 fucking year. You got pissed when you didn't have sex. All this other horrible shit that's happened. Now that you pretty much know she's cheating on you. I'm supposed to buy that this guy who's with a part of the crime family. Yeah, it's okay you cheating on me. I'm not gonna be pissed, mad, try to shoot you, be turned to fucking sleeping with the enemy. Sorry, I controlled you. I don't buy you being sorry, because I don't buy you coming to this conclusion. And he's like, who do you choose? And then it ends without even answering the fucking question. Not that I give a fuck, but then what was the point of the fucking movie? At the end of the second film, husband, Nacho, not Libre. This movie, she falls more for Nacho, has sex with him. That's literally all that happens. That's the story for 2 hours. Marriage not going well. She wants to fuck Nacho, fucks Nacho, all the cheese in the world, and then, who do I choose? I don't know. End the movie. This ain't a fucking movie. This is a goddamn pamphlet acting like a goddamn tampon. No, tampon has a more use than this, so sorry to tampons. I am sorry to insult the importance of tampons. Tampons have a use. Thankfully not with me, and I don't want to see you near it, but for you ladies, yeah. All one of you that watch this video. But this ain't worth fuck. This ain't worth the shit and shit fuck. These movies are nothing. I commend people that review this and they can get 30, 40 fucking minutes out of it. Because there's nothing fucking happening. The acting is over pretentious. Thinking I'm saying stuff more important than it is. Wannabe soap opera shit. Only filmed and not on that shitty soap opera picture quality. If you saw soap operas back today, you know what I mean by they all have that look. So let's do that, but if they have a very glossy look, music video type of look, because some of these are glorified music videos, only the music sucks. The soundtrack's shit. The characters, some dumb bitch that does all the wrong things. So whatever happens to her, you deserve it. Massimo, the guy who like pressured her into doing all this shit, controlled her and doing all this shit. Or Nacho, who lied to her in the last film to get her to his crime boss family. So he did lie to you, lady. Which resulted in you being in a situation where you got shot. Well, that apparently didn't affect you at all. So who gives a fuck? But thankfully, there's no more. It's funny how if there's no more movies, you ended on. Wow. That'd be like ending Back to the Future Part 3, where Doc is still lost in time, and Marty McFly, the girlfriend, asks, "What's going to happen to Doc?" And Marty McFly goes. Then credits. Go back in time. It's the power of love. You're like, what the fuck? Nope, no more Back to the Futures. It is what it is. Only that's a much better movie than any of these three. All three of them are much better than any of these three. That's an actual trilogy worth a fuck. And I don't love the third film. But as a trilogy, that's worth much more of a fuck. 10 times out of 10 over shit like this. Again, One of the most pointless, useless, dumbest trilogies. Jesus Christ. I don't know what else to say. Fuck. The next 365 days. No one gave a shit about the first, second, third, or the 333rd day of this fucking horse shit of a story. Calling it stories and so barely a fucking story. Just a bunch of overly glossed music video montages put together with insipid, one-note characters that are either horn dogs or dumb, awful people making dumb, awful decisions that their pussy or their dick thinks for them. With nobody having any personality, sense of fun, humor, anything. And nothing happens in most of these fucking movies. You can watch these movies on fast forward and not miss anything. Especially a film like this. You can literally watch this film on fast forward and get the whole gist of it. Fuck this movie. We'll see you guys later.